Imagine waking up every day knowing that the rules you've been told to follow, the paths you've been told to take, are nothing but illusions holding you back. It's like living in a cage built from promises of freedom, comfort, success, yet feeling more trapped and unheard than ever. If this pain feels familiar, you're not alone. Too often, founders, investors, and leaders like you are boxed into roles that don't fit, told to play by outdated rules, selling pieces of their vision for temporary comfort, only to watch their ideas shrink, their passion fade, and their impact stay small. The system tells you to wait, to play it safe, to follow the crowd. But deep down, you know that's death. Not just death of a startup, but death of something far greater. Your soul, your fire, your power to reshape the world on your own terms. The worst part? Being misunderstood. The brilliance you carry is rare, and rare things often feel alone in a noisy, crowded world that rewards the mediocre and ignores the exceptional. But what if everything you've been told to chase, the shiny funding rounds, the market fit, the endless pivoting, is only a distraction? What if real power, real progress, real change doesn't come from following maps drawn by others, but from a place you've barely dared to step into yourself? A place that's not about playing small or fitting in, but about becoming different, becoming more, refusing the easy paths, and choosing the harder one that leads to genuine transformation? Today, this is no longer just an idea or a dream. It's happening right now. Across the world, a new kind of startup is emerging, one that doesn't serve stock markets or outdated incentives, one that serves a deeper calling. This new kind of startup isn't measured by how fast it grows or how much profit it makes in the next quarter. It's measured by the lives it touches, the systems it changes, and the values it embodies. It's a startup built on purpose, driven by mission, and powered by community. Not clients or shareholders, but by a collective of individuals who refuse to settle. These are not your usual founders who follow the beaten path. These are rebels, creators, visionaries who see a world begging for something more than just better apps or services. They see a broken system, a world drowning in false promises of freedom, equality, and progress, while real freedom and real equality remain out of reach for most. The truth is harsh. Too many startups die because they chase easy wins, because they try to fit into molds designed for a different time, a different set of values. They get optimized for growth at any cost, but the cost is everything that makes a startup truly meaningful. There is no room here for passion that burns too bright, for ideas that challenge the status quo, or for founders who won't sell out their vision for quick wins. And so, brilliant ideas get crushed. Radical startups drown in noise. Exceptional founders go isolated, working harder but feeling more alone. The system is perfectly designed to reward sameness and punish the rare. But what if that pain, that isolation, that frustration could turn into the very spark that lights the new way forward? What if the rare few, founders, investors, professionals, who refused to fit in found each other, connected deeply, and stopped competing like lone wolves? What if the new startup wasn't about more noise or bigger hype, but about creating a network where each spark feeds the other, where difference isn't a problem, but a source of strength? This isn't just about startups. It's about creating a movement that's hardly visible yet, but screaming with power underneath the surface. A network where radical ideas become movements, where misunderstood brilliance finds alignment, and where the few fearless ones get transformed into a collective force that no system can control. Here's what makes this new way different. It's not about chasing belonging or approval, but about owning your sovereignty completely. It's about saying no to the borrowed identities imposed by the world, no to countless meetings that kill creativity, no to investors who look only at numbers, no to strategies that deaden your spirit. Instead, it's about being ruthless in your freedom, being selective with who you align with, patient in your growth, and unshakable in your vision. This is a long game built for eternity, not quick flashes of success that burn out overnight. This new startup archetype leans into what the world forgot, building infrastructure not for the many, but for the rare. A place where the misunderstood connect, not in noise, but in radical synergy, where support is fierce and collaboration is deep. Imagine founders connecting not just on LinkedIn or at events, but in networks where each connection sparks transformation. Investors who don't just look for the next big exit, but for people who challenge norms and create lasting impact. Leaders who break free from their roles to become architects of change, building bridges between ideas that seem impossible to combine. This is a network that values difference, because difference breeds strength. It doesn't demand sameness, because sameness breeds mediocrity. It's through radical individuality that this new kind of startup finds its unity and power. And here's the most potent truth. This isn't for everyone. The comfortable, the critics, the many who cheer from the sidelines won't get it. This is for those who feel the burning tension inside, the quiet voice that whispers you were made for more, that the normal life isn't your destiny, that every limitation you see around you is a challenge to be broken, a boundary to be crossed. This is a call to the few who dare to burn rather than bend, who would rather be misunderstood than settle, who refuse to live a stolen life shaped by others' expectations. The dawn of this new startup kind isn't about comfort or making life easier. It's about making it real and yours. It's about rejecting the illusion of freedom sold by old systems and stepping fully into your own power. Because real freedom isn't comfort. It's the courage to tear down the old and the patience to build something truly new. Something that honors the individual above the institution, that amplifies essence instead of noise, that creates real connection in place of hollow networking. So what can you do right now to be part of this? First, stop chasing validation from those who can't see your vision. Your worth isn't in their approval. You have to become fiercely selective about where you put your energy, your time, your dreams. Seek out those few whose fire matches yours. Align with them. Build beyond funding rounds. Build movements of meaning. Then, question everything. From your product to your purpose, break down assumptions you never questioned before. Unlearn the old stories about what a startup must be, and rewrite the rules on your own terms. Be patient. This isn't a sprint. It's a long burning flame that only those who endure will see light the world. And finally, embody true sovereignty. Own your decisions, your mistakes, and your triumphs. Your will is your weapon. No one else can wield it for you. The old world is falling apart. The same tired startups, the same tired ideas, the same tired systems, none of them will save us. But in the cracks of this breaking world, new shapes emerge. New connections are being made by those with fire in their hearts and rebellion in their souls. This is your chance, not to fit in, but to stand out, not to be another number in a chart, but a spark that ignites something bigger. The kind of startup that doesn't just want to change the world, but wants to free those who will change it. This is where the future begins, not at the center, but on the edge, where those who refuse to wait anymore gather. This is the beginning of a new kind of startup, the kind that's less about what you have and more about who you become, the kind that's built on resistance, on radical community, on relentless purpose, the kind that doesn't just innovate products, but transforms realities. If that fire is burning inside, don't dim it. Fan it fiercely. Seek the few who burn as you do, build together, and make this new startup real. This isn't just hope. This is a revolution waiting to happen, and you're already part of it.